In the shadowed depths of the cosmos, where starlight wanes into darkness and silence becomes the oldest law of nature, a revelation has emerged. One that fractures the very foundation of our understanding of the universe. The James Webb Space Telescope, humanity's most advanced eye among the stars, has turned its gaze toward the Proxima Centauri system, and what it has seen has sent tremors rippling across every scientific discipline. What began as a routine mission, a simple observation of a nearby exoplanet, has become a defining moment in our species' history. Because on Proxima b, a world just over 4 light-years away, something astonishing was seen. Light, not just any light, but patterns that shimmered with precision, patterns that flickered not with randomness, but with intent. These lights did not mirror the erratic glow of volcanic eruptions or reflected starlight. They pulsed in rhythms, measured, timed, and deliberate. Like cities seen from orbit, like Earth at night. At first, skepticism reigned. Teams scoured the data, cross-referencing with cosmic radiation bursts, solar flares, gravitational lensing phenomena. But none of the known natural explanations held ground. These lights bore the signature of something made. Armed with near-infrared vision, Webb's instruments pierced the veil of distance and time. It was there, in Proxima b's upper atmosphere, that a chemical fingerprint appeared, chlorofluorocarbons, rare in nature, but common in industrial societies. On Earth, they are byproducts of factories, refrigeration, technology. On another planet, their presence suggests something else entirely: industry, technology, civilization. This was no fluke. The emissions were steady. The lights were rhythmic. The signals were coherent. A tapestry of pattern and purpose, woven into the darkness of a distant world. No known language echoed in these patterns, yet a strange, mathematical elegance emerged. A language of logic, not words. As if the lights themselves were speaking, not in sentences but in geometry, time, and symmetry. As if they were saying, "We are here." The implications are breathtaking. If this is true, if the lights are artificial, then we are not alone. But the question deepens. What kind of life exists out there? Are they like us? Do they ponder existence? Do they wonder about the stars as we do? Or have they evolved into something entirely alien, beyond anything we can comprehend? And yet, there is stillness. The lights do not waver. They do not flare or flicker with chaos. For months, they have remained stable, an enduring beacon suggesting a power grid that does not fail, a society that does not flicker under the weight of chaos, but endures. Unlike Earth, where blackouts, storms, and economics disrupt our nights, on Proxima b, the light holds steady. Constant, calm, ancient. But there is more. Alongside the light, scientists have now detected electromagnetic pulses, not the wild echoes of starburst or magnetic storms, but modulated waves, structured and patterned. Signals that seem meant to be understood. Fourier analysis revealed sequences, repeating, complex, yet elegant in their mathematical form. Not a language, but something close. A code, a whisper across the void. Could this be their calling card? Not a greeting in words, but a message in equations, in energy, in logic? And most mysteriously, the lights aren't scattered. They appear in clusters. They align with temperate zones, the regions between extremes of heat and cold. If Proxima b is tidally locked, with one hemisphere always in daylight, and the other in perpetual darkness, then life might thrive along the Terminator line. That is exactly where the lights are strongest. Imagine cities built upon that razor's edge, neither in blazing sun, nor in frozen night, but in eternal dusk. A golden hour that never fades. An environment balanced, perhaps even ideal for life. Some researchers speculate that this civilization may be far older than ours. The concentrations of industrial chemicals, the stability of the power signatures, the sheer longevity implied. It speaks of a society ancient in its wisdom, with the technological means to endure for centuries, maybe millennia. What kind of minds live there? What philosophy? What art? What fears and dreams? Their survival, especially so near a volatile red dwarf, speaks of adaptation, resilience, and possibly a collective intelligence that has mastered its own fragility. It also forces us to look inward. If we are observing a civilization that overcame chaos, survived its environment, and reached for the stars, can we do the same? Can we learn from them? Can we decode their transmissions? Or are we merely watching echoes, the lights of a civilization long vanished, ghosts written in radiation? And yet, they remain silent. There are no greetings. No probes. No signals in human terms. Only the lights. Only the code. Only the mystery. Is this deliberate? Could they be watching us as we watch them? Choosing to remain unseen, to shield themselves behind a cloak of light and distance? On Earth, debates intensify. Ideas clash. Theories multiply. And high above it all, the James Webb Space Telescope continues its quiet vigil, its golden mirrors turned toward the unknown, gathering photons, seeking answers. And while communication may not yet be possible, imagination has already bridged the gap. Artists, poets, philosophers, those who dream of what might be, have long envisioned such a moment. Not the discovery of microbes in a Martian trench, but the lights of a distant city burning in the eternal dusk of an alien sky. These are not just data points. They are invitations. They are reminders that the universe is alive with possibility. That Earth is not the exception, but part of a grand, connected story. At Spaceloop, we believe this finding could reshape not only how we do science, but how we understand ourselves. If life endures on Proxima b, if thought and technology and art have emerged there, then we are not a cosmic miracle. We are a chapter, one of many. The lines between us and them begin to dissolve. We are no longer alone in the universe. We are no longer the only voice in the choir. We become part of something greater, perhaps even a galactic symphony of civilizations. All connected by light, curiosity, and the shared desire to reach beyond. What comes next will matter. Scientists are already planning the next steps: advanced interferometry to sharpen the Webb's vision, next-generation propulsion systems to send robotic scouts, solar sails, fusion drives, antimatter ships. These may carry messages, books, art, culture, DNA, whispers of humanity sailing toward that twilight shore. But for now, we wait. We wait, not in futility, but in wonder. With eyes skyward, and hearts wide open. For in this great cosmic theater, Earth is but one stage. And Proxima b may be another, its curtain rising under alien stars, its lights glowing not by accident, but by intention. And perhaps, just perhaps, beneath that distant sky, someone looks back, and wonders, are we alone? Thank you for exploring the unknown with us, here at Spaceloop.